Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're heading up to Chetek, Wisconsin for some pan fishing. These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, early May can be kind of interesting weather-wise in the upper Midwest. When we were driving up to Chetek last night, it was 70 degrees. We woke up this morning and the temperature was 39. Thankfully, I got all my winter stuff with me today. But we're up on the Chetek chain of lakes, and this is kind of an interesting chain. It is really well known for its panfish, big bluegills and crappies. And Dax, one thing I'm concerned a little bit about is a 35 degree temperature drop in 8 hours. That gonna make the fishing tough today?
That's what we look forward to, John.
Not really.
If we went down south, it'd be 70. Today in Chetek, we woke up and it was 36. So we're gonna have to throw the kitchen sink at them today, but luckily, I think we know where quite a few fish live. It's just a matter of tricking them into biting.
Now this Chetek chain of lakes is actually kind of famous for its panfish, and you guide out here. Is it month of May usually pretty good?
The month of May, well, when the ice goes out, which was early April this year, month of May, June, July, it starts to slow down a little bit when the water gets warmer, but it's probably one of the coolest places I've ever panfished in my life, and there's a lot of them.
And it's quality panfish.
Yes, there's some really big panfish in the Chetek chain of lakes.
Well, all we can do is give it a try, Dax, and we got all day, so let's try and get some of those big bluegills. Folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
I've used Amsoil Sabre 2-stroke for 20 years, and it is absolutely the best and easiest to use 2-stroke oil. When I found Amsoil Sabre 20 years ago, I was so excited because it not only runs cleaner, more efficiently, keeps your machines running very well, but it's one mix. 100 to 1, it doesn't matter what the factory recommendations are, 40 to 1, 50 to 1, 75 to 1, it's all the same mix at 100 to 1, so it makes it simple. 300 hours of testing showed it was 96% carbon free, and that's not hype, that's results. The screen photos tell the story. And to learn more about Amsoil, go to amsoil.com.
Yes, folks, as we talked about at the top of the program, we're on the Chetek chain of lakes. And again, as Dax said, this is considered at least one of the panfish capitals of Wisconsin. And we're going to start out fishing for crappies. And in my opinion, this crappie scrub is better than live bait. It's the best crappie bait out there. We've seen that over the last several years. And those legs move. And I'll tell you what, you don't have to give it much action. The crappies just love it. And then of course up there I got a rocket bobber on. But Dax, in your opinion, is plastic the way to go this time of year?
It's hard to beat a good plastic. I mean, the water's still cold. I personally don't like monkeying around with the crappie minnows as much. And all the companies, especially Acme and Hard and Soft Fishing, they make such a good plastic that's the right size for spring panfish. They're hard to beat, truly.
Well, that took us about 2 minutes, Dax.
There we go.
Now that is a nice eater-sized crappie right there, right?
Yes, sir.
Now when you're using a bait like that, what kind of action do you give it under the bobber?
I just like to twitch the rod tip, John.
Yeah, and then let it sit still. They hit it pretty good though, don't they?
Oh yeah, that one sucked it in. That's a nice one. Got another one here, Ryan.
There you go, Dax.
We're just reeling them in here, John.
No, but this can be pretty fast fishing up here, huh?
Yeah, it's all just really nice eater crappies. Ooh, and that one got a little action from a bigger fish, but...
What do you got there? pal.
This is a nice one.
Oh yeah, look at that. Your rod's bending pretty good there, Dax.
Oh, what do we got here?
You don't need the clam, do you?
Oh, it's a bass.
Seriously.
Yeah. John, we were just talking about the bass fishing out here.
Yeah, and you got some pretty good bass fishing too, right?
Oh yeah.
And numbers, right?
Yeah, lots of numbers. Yeah, there's bass fishing tournaments every month out here, John, on the Chetek chain.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right,
All right,
by the
Dax,
boat.
let's see.
There we go.
Decent bluegill there, and they'll be mixed in right with the crappies.
Yeah, in this shallow bay, John, they kind of follow each other in here and warm up.
Hey, there we go, Dax. Let's see what we got here. Crappie. Oh, that's a nice bluegill.
Look at that one, John.
Now, we kind of talked about that in the open, Dax, but that's what the Chetek chain of lakes is known for?
Yeah, there's no shortage of Mondo bluegills in the Chetek chain of lakes. It's one of the coolest places I've ever fished or panfish, and when they're that big, these don't get old at all.
And you actually do have a shot at fish over 10 inches long too, right?
Yeah, for sure, John. There's a plethora of big bluegills, big crappies, and there's a ton that are in that 9 to 10 inch category.
Nice job.
That's a big one.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Plano Frost coolers are built for the wild. Airtight, rugged, and ready for the boat or backwoods. Now $80 off at just $99.99. Keep your catch cold and your drinks colder. Grab yours while they last.
Oh, we got a mess here, Ryan.
You're running 2 rods up there, Dax. I don't blame you.
Hey, hey.
Oh my gosh. Hey, folks. Now that is what we call a major league bluegill wherever you go.
Now we're talking.
Dax, how do you find these fish this early in the spring, especially in a cold front?
Well, we actually started off the break this morning because it was so darn cold from yesterday to today, but now we're starting to find some good weeds, a little bit warmer weather, warmer water,
That's
and
a
giant
That's
bluegills.
a nice fish, Dax. Nice
That's
job.
a big one. Pretty. We got a good one on here, John.
All right.
Another dandy panfish.
Oh, are those awesome. Those bluegills are, well, that's not as big as the last one, and you don't keep too many, do you, Dax?
No, it's, I like to promote catch and release. I do like to harvest a few for the family, but it never hurts to throw a few back either way, John.
Now that one's about a 7.5 maybe?
Yeah, that's a nice 8-incher. That's a keeper for sure. We got another one going,
Boy,
right?
you are hot in the front of the boat. Let's see what we got here, Dax.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Oh yeah, nice fish.
Look at that one.
Those are.
Look at the belly on that thing.
And Dax, tell the folks, what type of water are we fishing here?
Yeah, 2.5, 3 feet of water, John. We started in 6 at the mouth of the bay. And now we're just finding some really good weeds and some beautiful panfish.
We're fishing the Chetek chain of lakes in Chetek, Wisconsin. A 4.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 5.5 hours from Chicago, and 2 hours from Minneapolis.
Feel the difference in every cast, in every bite, in every moment, in every adventure, no matter the season. When everything is on the line, every memory you make, feel the difference.
When you're meeting with a client, it's so important that you're present with them and you're listening. I've heard lawyers say your job as a trial lawyer is to read the law, understand the law, make the argument. You can't get emotionally connected with your client. I completely disagree with that. In order to tell your client's story, you want to learn what's important to them. Sit down and have a meal together. Learn about their family. Learn about their history. Learn about where they're from. You have to emotionally connect with them. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
Here we we go, back of the boat finally there, Dax. I'll tell you what, for this cold front, these fish are hitting pretty darn good. You know that? Here he comes. Okay. Oh my, there you go, folks. That's world class right there. I mean, take a look at that. And it is kind of interesting. We stopped this morning at Fleet Farm to pick up some night crawlers because, you know, on a cold front like this, I'll tell you what. Hey, Dax, take a look at this fish here. I mean, that right there is as good a bluegill as you're going to get anywhere. That's pushing what, 9.5 maybe?
Oh yeah, all that, John.
Look at that. Is that ever a big one? So what? 32 or 33 degree drop in temperature, man. We're finding these fish. And the key is with the Minn Kota to just drive around, look at the Mega Live 2, and when you see fish, you cast to them, right?
It's definitely been helping, John. I mean, they're in pretty tight packs. I mean, like you said earlier, we had a 30+ degree air temperature difference. The nice thing about these shallow bays that I've noticed since I've been in the Chetek area is they don't change drastically in water temp, which is helping us a lot. We're starting to get some good solid bites. We're starting to put a pattern together. So I think predictably it's supposed to say we're gonna get a sun today, and that's definitely gonna help for the rest of the day.
You know, these light rods, oh, what do you got, a largemouth bass on there?
Oh yeah.
With these light rods, folks, I'll tell you what, bluegills, bass, they all fight so good. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. That's a decent bass. See,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when you do this bluegill crappie fishing, you don't know what you're going to catch. But all these fish, folks, this time of the year, like Dax said, are attracted to the warmest water in the lake. And the warmest water in the lake is normally on the north end, right, Dax?
Yes, sir, John.
And, you know, again, 2.5 feet of water. And I want some more of those big bluegills, but that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was cool. Nice little jumper.
We should tell the folks this isn't fast and furious, but it's steady. And, ooh, there you go. That's a little smaller there. But we have a chance for crappies in these spots too, Dax?
Yeah, John, it's I think it's a mixed bag. We haven't been lucky enough to find the crappies yet, but we're not going to turn down a good bluegill bite either.
Oh, I think this one is going to be, oh, now see, that's about a 7-inch bluegill. And if I was going to keep bluegills, folks, that's the size. I'm a strong proponent, though, of releasing those bigger fish. And of course, we showed before the scrub that we're using, but I'm actually using 2 rods at a time. And on this rod here, I've just got a gold, little teeny gold hook and put half of a piece of crawler on. And I like to have a piece hanging like that so it gets a little bit of action. Just that, cast that out and let it sit, and then on the other one, I use the plastics. Attention Chicago viewers, attention Illinois viewers. We are moving to Marquee Sports, which is the Chicago's Cubs network, on Saturday, June the 7th at 9 a.m. We'll be there every Saturday, 9 a.m. on the Marquee Sports channel where the Chicago Cubs live.
We got chaos, Ryan, here.
Back to back to back there. Oh, there's a nice one. And was that one on the worm or on the plastic?
That was on the plastic, John.
No, that was your idea, though, this morning to get some live bait. Because we didn't know with this big temperature swing if plastics would work. But plastics are catching 2 to 1 today, aren't they?
Yeah, they're it's amazing what the companies, Hard and Soft Fishing, and the other companies have come up with for plastics. They mimic little bugs, they got sent to them, and they trick monster bluegills into biting.
Ooh, that's on your night crawler, isn't it?
That's right, John.
Let's see them.
There we go.
Yeah, those are quality bluegills. And you know, what is the limit here, Dax?
The limit on Chetek chain is 25 panfish.
But you encourage your clients to come out and do what?
Just selectively harvest, John. I mean, a lot of people come up for the weekend or 7 days. Keeping 25 every day, that's quite a bit. So
yeah, I encourage, you know, like, not to freeze fish. Eat them that day and keep just as much as you need to eat, which would be about 8 or 10 of those, right?
That's the perfect amount. Another one. We're cooking.
This is fast fishing now. Ooh,
oh, there's a good one there.
Is a dandy. And you know, Dax, we were talking before, when we got up this morning, and had a wonderful breakfast at, what was that place?
Chetek Cafe, John.
Yeah, and we decided to pick up some night crawlers. Now the plastics are working darn good today, but always a good idea on a cold front to have some live bait in the boat.
Never hurts, John. I mean, we both like using plastics as much as we can. We like to keep our hands warm. But when you got a cold front like we had last night, it never hurts to grab some night crawlers.
You know, the size is awesome, but look at how pretty the colors are on that fish too. I mean, that is gorgeous. I love bluegill fishing, folks. I really do. And whoa, that's a bassaroo right there. I got a bass now too there, Dax. And you know, if you're a largemouth fisherman, folks, the month of May is really interesting, especially on these inland lakes in Wisconsin and Minnesota. These fish, as soon as you get a sunny day, sunny calm day, these fish will start cruising the shallows, and a couple of weeks they'll be making their nests. But they're a ton of fun to catch too, and pretty chunky little bass there. Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2025 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner, Sarah Brower of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, caught this 29.5-inch walleye on the Menominee River using a blade bait. Ken Monta of Sussex, Wisconsin, caught this 30-inch largemouth bass on Lake June using a flicker shad. Wayne Vanberg of Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, caught this 36-inch lake trout on Big Green Lake using a cut bait. Tammy Bozer of Woodstock, Illinois, caught this 28-inch walleye on the Minocqua chain using an Acme tungsten jig. And this week's first kid winner is Aubrey Vanberg of Marshall, Wisconsin, caught this 11-inch sunfish on a private lake using a Mr. Twister. And Jackson Nowak of Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, caught this 26.5-inch walleye on the Rock River using a fly. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week at Fleet Farm, buy 2 Plano 56-quart Sportsman tubs, get one free. Perfect for hauling your gear. And with any Pfluger President combo, you'll get a free Fleet Farm $50 gift card. Don't miss out.
The Quickset screen shelters are perfect for campers and outdoor enthusiasts looking for additional space and comfort. With a fast and easy setup in less than 60 seconds with no additional poles or assembly required, you will be able to enjoy the outdoors faster. Quickset screen tents feature no CM mesh, so you can be bug-free in the comfort of your screen tent late into the evening. The Quickset screen tents are available in a wide range of models, so there's a perfect one for everyone. Quickset by Clam.
Folks, I've relied on Johnson Pump products for many years, and now they're even better. Check out the new Aqua Void Bilge and the Aqua O2 Aerator.
The best advantage with the new products is no tools necessary to replace your motor cartridge. Quick watertight connector and the same easy change cartridge. With the new motor cartridges, we have a high efficiency impeller and a low amp draw motor. To the angler, they're going to have faster fill of their live wells, and they're going to have better aeration along with a faster evacuation of their bilge. This pump will fit on any boat. It has a multi-configuration inlet port as well as a 360 rotation outlet port.
Johnson Pump, reliability on board.
We got a good one on, John.
And I'll tell you what, folks, you got to keep moving around. Here he comes, a bluegill.
Yeah, big bluegill.
Ooh, yeah, there you go, Dax. That's a beautiful fish there. But one thing, and you know what is so valuable in this type of fishing, as I talked before, having the Mega Live, but that Minn Kota Quest, the Altera, the spot lock is invaluable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was blowing this morning, John. We just hit the little button on the lanyard and don't have to worry about spooking the fish or moving around. We find a few fish, we capitalize on them, and then we just keep moving on. And it's got the brushless qualities in it now.
Yeah, right. It's so quiet. It
doesn't make a peep.
You do. Ooh. There we go, Dax. Not as big as the one Dax just lost, folks, but you're gonna eat bluegills. That's the perfect size right there. And it really is interesting. You know, we bought the crawlers out today, and I'll tell you what, the crappie scrub and the other smaller plastics, like I said, are working much better. And the sun is supposed to pop out this afternoon, and you'll be amazed in the springtime how much sun makes a big difference in the bite.
This is a good one here, Ryan.
Seriously?
This is a panfish, it's big.
Well, you know, there's obviously bass roaming around here. No, that looks like a bluegill.
Oh, geez, look at the size of that one.
Oh my gosh, Dax. Now there is a big butt bluegill there, buddy.
Holy mackerel.
In other words, in the bluegill category, that is a slobosaurus, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seriously, and I was very concerned when I got up this morning and saw that 36-degree temperature in May. But, you know, I think, again, when that sun pops out, this is going to really get going. On the crawler this time. Eater size, not a trophy. But this has been a lot of fun. Now, Dax, we spent a couple hours pan fishing, and I think the neat thing is, and we'll keep at it for a little while, but there's other species that we could actually go for on the Chetek chain of lakes?
Yeah, besides the popularity of the panfish, John, and Chetek, a lot of bass get caught. There's some tournaments, probably once or twice every month in the summer. Chetek raises money for walleyes for Chetek, so the DNR stocks walleyes in the Chetek chain every fall. The walleye population has been thriving over the past 8 years since I've lived in the area, and people like to target all three species, and then the occasional really big pike is caught in the winter and the summertime. So it's a very diverse chain of lakes. There's 6 total, and you can fish for just about everything. There we go, John.
All right, Dax.
Look at that. There we go. There's a plump one, huh?
Yeah. Now, again, folks, this time of year, bluegills are really vulnerable. And you want to keep the 7s and throw everything else back? Is that the way you look at it, Dax?
Yeah, I like that motto, John. I mean, there's tons of quality bluegills in the Chetek chain and just northwest Wisconsin where we fish, but it never hurts to throw those big females back.
Attention Chicago viewers, attention Illinois viewers. We are moving to Marquee Sports, which is the Chicago's Cubs network, on Saturday, June the 7th at 9 a.m. We'll be there every Saturday, 9 a.m. on the Marquee Sports channel where the Chicago Cubs live. I hope this isn't a bass, because if it's a bluegill, it is a big one. And it is a nice crappie. There we go. Now that, folks, is a beautiful crappie right there. And we have caught a few today, but they've been small. This one actually looks like a male right here. Hey, Dax, that is a gorgeous crappie right there. And that came on that crappie scrub. And with this cold front, the reason that we're getting smaller crappies is those are the males. This is a female, and you can see how big that stomach is. She is full of eggs right there. But Dax, you know, that's a solid 13-incher right there, man. That's a beautiful fish.
Another nice
what do you
crappie.
Got? Oh, are we on the big crappies?
Big crappie.
We are on the big crappies.
Now we're talking.
That is a pretty fish there. And that's what has been, you know, I woke up this morning, looked out that hotel window, Dax, saw that wind blowing and that temperature drop. I thought we would have a terrible day. But you just said these bays won't change overnight, even on a cold front, huh, normally?
It's pretty wild, John. I mean, you know, you and I follow the weather quite a bit. That is a beautiful crappie.
I've got the 2 rods out, and I've gotten tangled up quite a bit today, folks, but it's nice having that crawler out there. And Lou, look at that bluegill right there. Look at that, Dax. That's a dandy. And
yes,
you can see
is.
the sun's peeking out, and we talked about that all day, that when that happens, that these fish are going to bite, but we've had a good morning in the clouds.
All right,
I can't believe the quality of the fish that we're catching, Dax. I mean, they're all just so cool. And this has been a secret. Let's see. I think I ice fished here several years ago and was surprised. Here he is.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, another tank. But this is kind of a well-kept secret, the Chetek chain of lakes, you know. And should mention to the folks, it's not a bad drive for Milwaukee or Chicago or Minneapolis. You know, we're about, what, 30 miles north of Eau Claire?
Yeah, 35 minutes north of Eau Claire, 2 hours from Minneapolis, and 3.5 from Madison.
And again, you don't have to fish panfish all day. You can stop, fish bass, walleyes, anything else, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. I think I want to show you this, folks. This isn't one of those big crappies, but this is a male crappie. And those bigger ones were the females. And actually, well, this is a little bit small, but about an inch bigger than this is really what you want to eat this time of year, and let those big females go. Oh, Daxie, you get that? Yeah, use the clam. That's a big crappie. I saw him. I sure am glad I picked this bay. Okay. Well, he's not as big as I thought, but it's a beautiful fish, Dax.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you guide ice fishing too, don't you?
Yes, sir, John.
And you guys got a lot of those this winter? And no crowds out here, huh?
No. There's a couple of fish fests we have for ice fishing tournaments and snowmobile runs and stuff like that, but for the most part, I'm lucky enough to have some days off midweek. It's pretty quiet out here, John.
All right, Ryan, here we go. And not as big as the last one, but I'll tell you what, that's a beautiful crappie wherever you go right there. And I learned something today about the Chetek chain of lakes, folks. If you like to panfish, this is the deal. And Dax can get you out here too. Dax, do you have all the rods and reels for the guys too?
Yeah, John, I supply all the rods and reels. We got bait and tackle. I just hope that everyone has a valid fishing license. Bring some boat snacks and we'll get you on the water.
Get ready for the ride of your life. Right now, we have amazing deals that you can't miss. From rugged trails to family fun, the Yamaha Wolverine is built for it all. And with our exclusive financing and customer cash options, your dream ride is closer than ever. Experience the ultimate blend of performance and versatility. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today and start your new adventure.
Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Hey Dax, I'll tell you, that was a great day of fishing, buddy. We got some big bluegills, some big crappies, and you got any openings?
Yes, I do, John. Looking forward to the fishing season. May and June's pretty open. Can't wait to take some people out fishing on the Chetek chain or anywhere in northwest Wisconsin, pretty much.
All right, thanks, Dax. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. Don't know we're going to fish yet. We will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.